Hi, beautiful Pisces. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Pisces, this is your monthly read for March of 2023. And we're going to start with this overall energy, this foundation for what March really is about for you. And then we're going to dive deeper into the energy of that. And at the end, bring in the angels to see if they have anything extra to add. I want to tell you or remind you that I'm doing personal readings at this time. So if you're interested in one, please send me a message. My address to my email is in the description box. Also, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps me a lot. What do we have for Pisces, please, for the month of March? There you go. Go with the flow. Let things happen. I love this card. I love this. Oh, it's sort of self-explanatory. Look at this. Just take it in for a bit. If you're not watching, if you wonder what I'm doing, I'm just holding up the card showing the go with the flow card. With this girl or woman standing on fish and just cruising on the ocean. And it's just not, it's not even scary. Like there's big waves, big waves is being created or are being summoned almost. But there's like no care in the world. It's just, well, if you throw me this big wave, I'm just going to cruise it. I'm just going to flow with it. And then there's the big moon right next to it, which I love because Pisces is, like the moon is so about the deepness of everything, about the deep feelings, and Pisces is all about the deep feelings. And seems to be a very beautiful connection with the moon right now. Go with the flow, let things happen. So let's go deeper into this message and see what we have for you, Pisces. Why is that here for Pisces, please? So you seem to go with the flow right now, or at least you're being inspired to go with the flow right now. And the bigger the wave, the bigger the cruise. Cruising on the wave. This is not like you're drowning. You're learning how to cruise in life. First card out, Ten of Gabriel. What? How did that happen? I have no idea how that happened. Okay, look at this. So I'm shuffling, and out from this deck comes a card from the other deck that I used. I mean, I'm using this other deck as well. But they're separate. They're like placed separately here on the table. And like each time I start a new, I have no idea how this has gotten in here. It's let the healing begin. Getting ready for the world. Getting whole. This is not being down and out and broken and let's begin the healing. It's more like let the healing begin. Like that you're ready. I'm not saying it's an easy ride. Learning how to cruise. Go with the flow. Let things happen. And then we have let the healing begin. But I mean, there's a message within the message here. With the fact that we have the strength card right next to it. So it's a really, really powerful card. And the fact that we have a card that shows up from another deck, this is not even supposed to happen. It's not even like quote unquote possible. And yet here it is. So there's a message within the message here, Pisces. There's something in your life right now where it has already happened, or this is for the month of March. Like you can expect something that is like, it's not even supposed to happen this way. in the best way possible. This is not like, uh-oh, this is not supposed to happen, but yet it did. This is good stuff happening. So it's like, it wasn't supposed to happen this way. It was almost impossible. Or in your mind, you feel like it's impossible. And yet, here it is. It happened. It's happening. So, and what shouldn't show up is the healing begins. So it can also be a little bit of a message that, okay, you think you're going down a certain path. Think again. It sounds again like it is a little bit of a tower situation, or like something is happening that you're not really aware of or not in full control over. But I mean, deep down, you know you want this healing. You want to, so there's the moon reference again. So I just feel like you're very in close, maybe even communication, but definitely close connection with the moon right now, which represents those deep feelings, these deep emotions. Deep thoughts, deep memories that is just coming up to the surface, not to cripple you or paralyze you or like, oh, this is such a tough journey. Like I said, it might not be happy every single day, because it might be certain feelings or certain things you need to deal with, because it's like you come to this place, Pisces, in your life right this moment where it's like, okay, let's just look at it. Let's just deal with whatever. If there's anything that's been hindering you in certain aspects of life, like relationships or like work or money or health, or it's a general reason to pick whatever, maybe all for you, maybe with several of those categories, that is like this, you're trying to make it work and it doesn't really, like, it doesn't come in fully 100%. So what is the deal here? It's like you're ready to like take on what, like, I'm gonna learn to surf right now. I'm gonna give me a bigger wave and I'm gonna cruise that wave. Like, just bring it on, and I'm gonna deal with it now. It's like it's a time and a place to, just in my own life, in my personal life, I remember like coming out of a really, really, really tough situation. And I think for the first like 1 or 2 years, I wouldn't even touch it. I would say, and outwardly, it probably looked like I was really happy. And I wouldn't touch the situation whatsoever. And then maybe like 2 years in, things started to crackle a little bit. And that was not fun. I'm not saying that's going to happen for you. I'm just saying that was the first time that I was even remotely ready to address. So it's like the healing can't really begin unless you have power enough, wisdom enough, knowledge enough, energy enough to deal with it. It will sort of stay very, very smartly, whoever figured that out, like it just stays put until you're ready to deal with it. And this seems to be the time. It seems to be, and I don't think it's necessarily that heavy as I was talking about for myself. It just feels like, okay, so just bring on whatever little thing is in the way here. I'm ready to deal with that. I'm not just gonna sweep it under the rug and say that's nothing, or it's, oh, so that relationship didn't work either, or whatever. It's like you're willing to look at everything. So let the healing begin. We have then the Ten of Gabriel, which is, let me see what's on here. This card for me is when you're being shown a new path. And we're just said, like you're trying a new path here. You're going with the flow. You're letting things happen, which is, for Pisces, you don't really have to say to Pisces, like, try to let your emotions steer this a little bit, because that's what you're good at. We should look to Pisces for understanding our emotions, understanding our feelings. Like, you're so good at that. In comparison to, I shouldn't compare, but anyway, like you're the emotional ring bearer, if you will. And so you, like, I don't have to say this to you, Pisces, you already know this, that there is a new path, and you already have tried, like, you're trying this new path to let go of control and let your emotions run the show, if you will. And that's what I mean. Like, I don't have to tell you that because that's been the story of your life. Specifically, if you're both Pisces moon and Pisces sun. And so you're being shown a different path. But the reason why you're being shown a different path, it's like if you before try to deal with anything that was like trauma for you, or anything that was like a little bit heavier, or dealing with emotions overall, it's like we've been in the basement. It's almost saying the same thing twice here, but not really. It's like you've been in the basement trying to deal with basement stuff. And when you're in the basement trying to deal with basement stuff, I'm going to say something really tough here now. It's like going to the traditional shrink therapist for 6 years and nothing happens. You know, there are those who are looking to move forward, and there are those who just keep going in circles. So dealing with basement things in the basement doesn't really lead anywhere. But dealing with it from going into this new portal, stepping through something new here, coming from a different vantage point, different perspective. Like I said, you have the tools now to deal with it. You're learning to cruise the wave. Give me a bigger wave, give me something new, and I learn to deal with it. I learn to ride the wave. And I won't even just ride it. Look at how much she's enjoying her ride. Like, I don't even need to be in control. Like, I don't even have to watch. I can have my eyes closed. And I'm trusting where this river, or ocean rather, is taking me. She's trusting where the river is taking her. And so you're being shown, but it's not really that you're being shown this new path. You've chosen it already. The angels that just they're pointing, like, go in here and take it from, deal with your basement stuff from a heart perspective. Deal with your basement stuff and basement, we all understand what that means, right? Deal with your basement stuff from a clear mind, from up here situation, and you'll look completely differently on your issues, on your problems, on your whatever was in the way. Maybe to a point where we don't even have to look at it. You can just let it come up and just let it go. You don't even have to dive into it. You can just close your eyes and enjoy the ride. And on top of that, we have the Strength card here. Strength and grace through kindness. I think it says. Strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence, and forgiveness. I just feel like this is such a powerful healing journey for you, where you're just stepping back into your beautiful. It reminds me a little bit of Aquarius. Aquarius was really phenomenal. Not that yours is not. I'm just saying in the fact that they're just so that Aquarius is just so Aquarius right now. And Pisces, you're sort of coming into it as well. It's like you're finding your way back there through healing, through admitting things that has been laying dormant underneath. It can be a person coming into your life and just saying a sentence that just sort of ignites things. It can be a situation that you're putting yourself in. It might not even look like you're putting yourself in there, but you're putting yourself in there. There's a situation that comes up which allows for you to just kick something off. Just the other day, I was sitting down to do a reading, a personal reading for someone. And as I was sitting down, this smell came over me. And I couldn't catch it. I couldn't really figure out what the smell was. But it kickstarted this memory. I was like trying to what was that? Oh my goodness, what was that? It's so familiar. And then right after came the memory of this situation for me. it's like you're putting yourself in situations now where you're accessing things that, like, I wasn't thinking of that thing on a day-to-day basis. It just sort of came to mind, and that was like, it was really beautiful that it came to mind. I love that it came to mind because I love to think about it. And so it doesn't have to mean also that things are kickstarting things that doesn't feel good. It's just, it's kickstarting things that allows for you to heal. And sometimes a little worse thought or memory comes up, and sometimes a really beautiful memory comes up. And it's like, whether you give yourself a smell, or you give yourself a situation or a person or a commercial or a, like, whatever, it's like you're just in this healing journey right now where you're just regaining everything, all your strength, all your power, all your beauty is becoming whole. It's just a journey right now. Like, it's almost like you just, okay, let's go. I'm ready now. Like, just let's do this. And whatever comes up, it's okay. I'm gonna learn to ride the wave. I'm gonna not even just learn to ride it. I'm gonna actually enjoy it. I'm gonna cruise. Good for you, Pisces. Going deeper still. What do we have for Pisces here? I think that was it. Yeah. So we actually have success and growth. Success and growth. I was going to say, did Aquarius have that? But no, I don't think it was Aquarius. I think it was Capricorn. Success and growth. So going deeper into the healing begins choosing a new path for yourself, like dealing with the lower stuff from a higher plane. Does that make sense? It's like dealing with a child that throws a tantrum where you're not also becoming a child. Like, well, then you don't do that. Like, but you stay the adult, and you stay in your integrity, and you stay in your heart, and you understand fully why they do what they do. This is sort of you dealing with you. You're the adult here. You're the person here coming from a more beautiful place today, and a lighter place, a heartfelt place, dealing with your own, whether you want to call it demons, trauma, or just underlying emotions that maybe have been like a small, it doesn't have to be trauma, deep stuff either. It's so wide, the range. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. But there can be a little block on the other side, like a small little thing that we just want to solve, like once and for all. Just let it come up, let it rip. And it turns into success and growth. It's like, this is, when you allow to make this type of change, it's just going to cause for more. The beauty is going to create more beauty. The power that you're now unleashing is just going to create more power. And it doesn't really matter what you're dealing with, because you're still in the powerful place, if that makes sense. You're regaining that strength. And within that strength, and standing tall and standing straight and being in your integrity. It's like the Kundalini is just opened up. The Kundalini, like the energy of your spine, all the way from your svanskota, what is that called? The little bone inside your behind. All the way down in the base chakra, all the way up to your neck, like right before the skull starts. The Kundalini rises. And it's like you're activating this inside of yourself. You're activating this strength and this. You might have felt strong before, but this is another level. This is where you go, oh, I thought I was strong. My goodness, the strength that I'm now stepping into, I didn't even know I could access this type of strength. I didn't even know it existed. This is so beautiful. 10, 11, and 8, I just realized. 10, 11, and 8. So it's a really beautiful, both a portal situation, step into the new. It's a new begin. There's a lot of new energy here. There's a lot of alignment here. And there's a lot of power. Like I said, with the both the strength and the 8 is talking about power and strength, courage, the infinity sign, the forneverness. What? That was a Freudian slip, probably for myself. The forneverness, the foreverness. No, that will never happen. The foreverness of things, just being what you want them to be. Learning to cruise the wave. Okay, some final inspirational advice here. Do the angels have anything to say to Pisces here, please? Pisces. Do we have success? We have success. We have more success. We have success and growth, and we have success. So I think we're headed for success. Doesn't take a psychic to understand that one. So we have success and growth and success here. I think that means it's not going to work out. Opikkur är as där. Success, Pisces. It's like not a care in the world. Leaping. It's so bright colors in this. It's a little bit hard for the camera to pick up, but I think you see it. Okay. Congratulations, Pisces. You are on the road to success. You needn't have any reservations about your situation, as it's going to work out beautifully. Part of living a successful life is taking care of yourself. What? It's wonderful to have many things to be grateful for, but make sure you don't wear yourself down by working too hard. Take time to enjoy peace in your life. So the taking care of yourself, like, yeah, congratulations, you're on the path to big success here. But why are you? Because you're dealing with yourself, you're healing yourself, you're taking care of yourself, you're listening to what you actually need right now. Really, really beautiful, Pisces. That is what I have for you for the month of March. I hope that resonated with some of you guys. And just take care. Bye.